The music
What the
video?
fuck is this? Where's he at, bro?
Yo, nah, this is fire. This is fire.
Yo, that's a fucking reach, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Luffy ass nigga.
It is.
Piccolo,
Mr. Fantastic ass nigga. Bro.
Motherfucking Scorpion, get over here! Look at that.
Okay, this is like the 4th time I'm starting this video, but I got roasted. I got roasted by Shofu and his crew. Basically what happened, to be very simple with the context, there's a Pokemon cypher that goes around every couple of years. People spit Pokemon bars, do Pokemon raps, and basically in order to be a part of it, there's a contest they're holding, and I submitted my verse for round 1, and I made it, and then they just had round 2. I submitted my verse for round 2, and safe to say, I got roasted. I got trashed. They went for me, and they had a lot of words for me. So I wanted to get on the mic and kind of talk about it a little bit because I feel like there's a lot of valuable lessons I learned from this experience, and I want to carry this to people. The main reason I want to talk about this is because a couple of years ago, I'd feel very personally attacked by criticism, especially criticism saying I didn't make it to a contest. If you apply for a contest and you don't win, me being a naturally competitive person, it always gets to me. You know, I always feel insecure about it. I'd always be like taking it personal, getting super offended. But as I've gone and grown over the years, I'm starting to learn more about how to accept loss when it comes to these contests, because I've always been afraid to do them because I'm afraid of loss, because I feel like it's wasted time. I feel like disrespected. But here's some lessons that I learned from this experience of working super hard on a Pokemon Cypher entry, hours and hours editing the videos and making the lyrics and recording the lyrics and having it go quote unquote nowhere. Here's what I learned. And here's what I hope I can take to other people so they don't feel as burnt out when they apply themselves for internships, for jobs, for contests, and they may not see the result that they were first anticipating. The first lesson I want to say is everyone has their own opinion. I know we've heard this a lot. It's easy to hear this through your mind, but it's not easy to feel this and truly respect it. Now, this is Shofu's contest, and Shofu had 2 critiques mainly for me, which were 1, I forced some of my bars, and 2, he didn't like the singing part, which is completely fine. But it's his contest, and he has a use he's doing. It's his privilege to give us this opportunity, just like people's privilege to give you an opportunity in any sort of way. And if you don't fit their rubric, it does not mean you're less. It does not mean that you're not going to succeed. It doesn't mean you're worse. It just means that you did not fit the needs that they were trying to bring. Whether even with relationships, if someone rejects you, you're not attractive or you're not enough for them, it doesn't mean you're worse. It just means you don't fit the rubric that they've created. They've created a rubric because they need help to advance themselves to a level that they want. And our best option is it's a mutual exchange. We're going to try to help, but maybe we don't have what they're offering, and that's completely okay. So everyone has an opinion. I'm not going to take this one too personal, or at least I'm going to try to not take this one too personal, because this is Shofu's contest. He did it out of the goodness of his own heart. I'm super appreciative of the opportunity, and I didn't have what he was looking for, and that's completely okay. The second lesson I want to take is you're never perfect. So yes, people can see value in what you do, but there's always room to improve. And it's really hard to accept that there's room to improve when you're so passionate about something, anything that it might be, or feel like you're good at something. It might feel hard to feel like, oh, you can still improve. But what I've learned, at least with these kind of contests in general in life, when you love something, you are never the result that comes from that process. You are always the process. The thing that defines you is not you in 2019, you in 2020, you in 2023. It's the growth between one year to the other. That is what the true you is. So when you don't have improvement, when you don't have options for improvement, then you die. Because your current state is not you. Your future state is not you, but the change is you, because your current state is based on all the cards you were given, some out of your control, but the change that you create through your cards and your set of cards can bring a future thing. So again, they're telling me that I need to work on maybe not do the singing for that part, which didn't feel that great, or maybe not make the lines a little less forced.
It's the same thing you did with the earlier one, because if you did the Kid Buzz Vire and then said like electric when I'm stepping on stage or something, if you bring the electric back, or Electa, or however you make it work, you got to make it work.
You're putting too much you're putting too much emphasis on it so we don't miss it, or so that it stands out, but you don't need to do that. I think he can clean up a couple things and be nice though, honestly. Like,
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Nah, he could be good. He just needs to work on the writing and not do that shit at the end. That's about it.
Yeah, that's literally it. Yeah, he definitely.
Or at least
give him a few years. It's gonna be nice for sure.
Yeah.
Understand why and when you would try to do what you tried to do at the end and how to do it.
As someone who really prides themselves on their pen game and creating and doing music, it really hurt to hear that. But I realized that, first of all, this is what I can do to be good enough for their contest, not necessarily good enough in general. And also, it's okay to always have something to prove. Then you have a mission. Then you're still alive. Then you have a purpose to work towards. And the third message I want to talk about is victory does not always appear in the way that you want it to. So in this contest, my idea of victory is winning the contest. I'm going in this contest like I'm going to win. I'm going to try everything I can to win and be the person in this contest. So that is what my expectation of victory is for this contest. However, I did not receive that expectation. I did not get the result that I wanted to get. However, when it comes to a craft that I've entirely done myself, which is Cypher doesn't feature anyone. This is my highest viewing video ever. It's like its rate is the higher than anything I've ever done ever. And I've gone from 693 subscribers to 708 subscribers within a couple of days. And I've gone from 99,000 total views on this channel to 101,000. So I passed 100K total views. I passed 700 subscribers, and I got a lot of new eyes. So although I didn't get the result I desired, I got a lot of new eyes and a lot of new people potentially interested in what I'm creating, the positive messages that I'm trying to spread. And yes, people didn't like it. I got a lot of hate in the comments. The Twitch comments went after me. All types of stuff, you name it. Yes, you're going to get a lot of hate, and I got a lot of criticism as well. And I appreciate those opportunities. It's good to have something to work towards. But although I didn't get the result I wanted from this, and you know what? I'm not going to be lying to you. I was pretty bummed out about this. I was pretty bummed out because this is the most effort I've ever put into any sort of entry ever. And it did get a lot of results, just not the ones I expected. But these are the ways that I'm handling this rejection. These are the ways I handle this loss. And I think this is important for anyone to hear, because when you feel so close and so deep with something in your life and it doesn't go your way, you often feel so rejected, and it's hard to continue. It's hard to feel optimistic. It's hard to continue pursuing what you're doing. And it's hard to not take it personal. You might get mad at the people. You know, I've gotten mad at these people in my mind, and I have to train myself to not take it personal. So it's an ongoing journey, but these are some lessons to realize that even if you feel like you put all this effort into something and it didn't work out, it did work out. It just didn't work out in the way that you wanted it to. It still gave you so many benefits, and it might take years to figure out what those benefits are. Some of those benefits you can figure out right now, like these subscribers, these views, this increased audience, but your story is something no one knows. So if you don't win in the way you want, that doesn't mean you lost. It doesn't mean that you're in the wrong place. It means that your story is just taking a different path. You just didn't get the result you wanted, but you're going to win later if you stay faithful, man. Stay faithful in whatever you're doing, whatever it is. And I hope this loss inspires you to go after what you want and be more comfortable with it, because I took the L, and I'm going to play some more clips of them roasting me. I'm going to put a roast comp right here. Y'all can see everything they said about me. They gonna clown me. I know. I'm gonna put a roast comp right here so you can see everything they said. But at the end of the day, it's all fun. It's all great. It's a great experience. It made people laugh. I'm excited. Again, it didn't go the way I wanted to, but I'm grateful for the opportunity, and it did provide me so much. So go hard for what you want. It might not end up the way you want, but it's still gonna end up in a great way. You just gotta find out what makes that way great.
But a Charizard when the beat go hard. What the fuck is going on now? Need your card. You ain't got no.
He shot the bed at the end, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it was unnecessary.
Don't moan at me ever again on no song ever again in your life.
Moana,
don't
look
you
at
ever
that.
in your life.
No.
Middle of the verse, talk about some. No, don't do that. Matter of fact, hold on. Who was that? That was Kid Rohan. Yo, you in specific, Kid Rohan. Buy the merch because you felt the need of moaning the nigga ear. Nah, I want payment, nigga. Go buy the merch.
What?
Pay up, nigga.
How did you land on that?
Nah, there's a moan tax, nigga. Go buy a shirt.